Yo, what's up everybody? This is your boy Canadian back with another video. Today we are going to talk about everything Li Ning. Li Ning, the Chinese sporting company that is famous for its impact both on the basketball court and the fashion industry. I'll show you guys some of the Li Ning sneakers I have in my collection and give a review on them as well. So if you're interested in this, please stick around and we'll be right back. So Li Ning was founded in 1989 by the famous Olympic gymnast with the same name, who most famously won 6 medals at the 1984 Summer Olympics. And in January 2010, it opened its first U.S. headquarters and flagship store in Portland, Oregon. And since 2010, Li Ning has become more and more popular amongst basketball players in the West and has endorsed many NBA players, including C.J. McCollum, Jimmy Butler, D'Angelo Russell, Udonis Haslem, Fred VanVleet, and former players like Baron Davis, Shaq, Jose Calderon, and their most famous endorsement, who also has a lifetime deal, is Dwayne Wade. Li Ning has also stepped foot into the fashion industry, and since 2017, they have been in both the New York and Paris Fashion Weeks to showcase their outlandish fashion and sneakers to the world. Li Ning has since released shoes and sportswear that has rivaled many of its competition and popular brands in the West, for example Nike, Adidas, Jordan, Puma, just to name a few. Before we talk about the basketball aspect of Li Ning, first we'll talk about their fashion shows, the ones they have attended since 2017. And I will show you some pictures of the most interesting shoes and sportswear I have found during the fashion shows. The first 3 fits you'll see here, right? They're very unique. It really brings out the Chinese colors and styles onto his outfits, just like a hoodie that I'm wearing today, right? All these includes red and yellow, which Chinese people like to have luck and prosperity. And most of their hoodies and jackets have this big logo, just like this one right here, right? That says Chinese Li Ning, right? Or 中国 Li Ning. Yeah, this is their brand and logo. From these pictures, you can see how Li Ning can also be pretty outlandish when it comes to fashion by including a variety of crazy colors and designs onto their clothing and shoes. And now this pair of sneakers from the 2019 show is really crazy looking, right? From the variety of colors to the crazy patterns, it really redefines what a sneaker should look like. So ever since 2017, Li Ning has had a big impact on those 2 fashion shows, the New York one and the Paris one. And they have been invited back every year to showcase what they can do in the fashion industry. Now, let's start talking about Li Ning's impact on the basketball court. As I mentioned before, there are and were many NBA athletes that Li Ning has sponsored throughout the years, from the most famous in Dwayne Wade to players like Claire Anthony Early, who now plays in Taiwan. For this video, I'll talk about the most famous players that have signed with Li Ning. Let's start with the first superstar to take the leap with Li Ning. Everyone knows him as Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal. He signed with Li Ning in 2006, right after his championship season with the Miami Heat. He was the second NBA player and the first NBA superstar to sign with Li Ning after his former teammate Damon Jones, who was the first NBA player. Shaq was with Li Ning for 4 years. I have a pair of sneakers that was released during their deal. Let me show you guys those sneakers. Alright, so these are the sneakers that Shaq had when he was with Li Ning, right? One of the pairs. The shoe is relatively simple compared to shoes nowadays. It has the Miami Heat colorway, right? The black and the hints of red, right? And the big Shaq logo on the back, if you can see right here. And under the Shaq logo is under the words Miami 2005-2006 NBA champs. It also has his accolades from his career up to the 2005-2006 champion season on the side here. If you can take a look, those are some of his accolades, right? Other than the things I showed you guys, right? Everything else is pretty simple with this shoe. There's not much crazy designs or anything like that on the shoe. On the bottom, you can see the also, it's big Shaq logo, his number with the Miami Heat, and just a red also. Other than that shoe, he also had many other pairs of shoes during his time with Miami Heat. I'll post pictures of it here. It is very hard to find since it is over 15 years ago, right? And most of his shoes that he wore when he was with Li Ning had the Miami Heat colorway, because during those seasons he was with Miami. In 2008, another big star signed with the company, Baron Davis, who was multiple-time All-Star during his career. He made the jump from Reebok to Li Ning because of the decline of Reebok, and Li Ning was having a big push into the NBA market and trying to sign as many NBA players as possible. Unfortunately, I don't have any of Baron Davis' signature shoes. I am in the process of hunting one down at the moment. So I'll just show you a picture of the pair that I actually want to buy, right? I'm looking into buying these very soon. This pair of his signature sneakers has Baron Davis' logo on the front. His logo is pretty unique. It shows his most famous beard and headband. You know, Baron Davis is rocking a big beard before James Harden was. After Baron Davis made the leap, next came Dwayne Wade, who made the jump from Jordan to Li Ning in 2012. At the time, this was a big shock to the world of basketball because Jordan is a very well-established brand, while Li Ning was not anywhere close to Jordan. Wade's decision to join Li Ning was mainly because of the creative freedom he could have within the company, and he didn't want to go with the status quo like most other NBA players. And since the signing of Dwayne Wade, Li Ning's brand notoriety has skyrocketed around the world of basketball, and many players since has followed in his footsteps. And in 2018, Wade signed a lifetime deal to stay with the company. The only other athletes to have a lifetime deal at that time were Michael Jordan, obviously Jordan brand, LeBron James with Nike, and Cristiano Ronaldo, also with Nike. I have two pairs of sneakers under the Wade branding, and I will show you guys these sneakers. The first pair is a Li Ning Wade Fission, an outdoor specific model that was released in 2014. This shoe, right, features a tough RB, so it is made for outdoor use. The heel of the cushion, right, is a system called Li Ning Bow, which is reminiscent of the Nike Shox. You see right here, right? If you watched my videos previously on Vince Carter, right, you have seen the Nike Shox, and this thing right here on the heel looks very similar to that. This shoe is pretty crazy looking, right, with the Miami pink, and if you see inside the leopard print, ooh, that looks crazy, right? It really showcases the flashy culture of the city of Miami that Dwayne Wade was with for most of his career. And you can see the big Dwayne Wade logo on the front here, right? And the crazy patterns on the side with the Li Ning logo. Yeah, this shoe is very unique. That's why I bought it and have it in my collection. The second pair of shoes I have under the Wade branding are these Wade Shadows. They were released in 2019. Also made mainly for outdoor courts. It features an all-black upper, as you can see, right? It's mostly black, right? And the Miami Heat pink and blue to make the shoes stand out. And they're mix and match. They're not the same for each shoe. This one is blue, this one is pink. And you can see the lining of this one is blue, the lining of this one is pink. It's pretty unique, right? And yeah, it's mainly made for outdoor courts. So you can see the bottom is very, very durable, right? And Wade's Li Ning shoes has been a very hot commodity in the world of basketball and basketball players. Right? It features a variety of different designs and variety of different kind of technology. And some of those shoes are very, very hard to get, despite me wanting them. It's either very, very expensive or very, very limited. So there are 3 pairs of sneakers in the way of Wade's collection I really want to own, but are too expensive for me at the moment. I will go through them with you by showing you guys the pictures of them. The first pair is the way of Wade's 7s, One Last Dance. These came in 2 colorways, one black and one white. Both have a ton of glittery gold on the sneaker, and it was made to show love for Wade's last season in the NBA. I love the colors of these shoes. I love gold on sneakers, right? And with the glittery gold, it really makes the shoe pop. You can see the picture here. Very, very interesting shoe. And since they were very limited release, right, it's very hard to find one in my size at the moment. So if anybody's got hookups, please let me know. The second pair of the shoes I want to show you guys is the way of Wade 7s again, but this time with a collaboration with Rick Ross. This pair is very crazy and very unique. It was designed in collaboration with the famous Miami area rapper Rick Ross. And it features a crown on the upper and glow-in-the-dark outsoles. Right? It was limited to 500 pairs of shoes, so it is very difficult to find one. But the design is very cool with a big crown on the side. Right? If you can see the picture here, it's very unique in the world of sneakers. Right? The last pair I will show you guys is the Way of Ways 9s Moments. These shoes are the latest in the Way of Ways collection and has some crazy technologies in it. It has a laceless construction with a BOA system providing a customizable fit and a drop-in boom foam cushion set up in the insoles. And this gives the shoe a very pillowy cushion. So when you're wearing it to play basketball, it feels really light and it feels really bouncy. This colorway is called Moments because it features a lot of birthday moments, birthday messages Wade has put on the upper of the shoe. And there's a picture of the young Wade on the heel of the shoe, you can see right here. Very interesting design, and it's really cool, and I really want it in my collection. But this pair is a brand new release, and it is very difficult to find. After Dwayne Wade's success with Li Ning, more and more NBA players started to make the jump. Another one of these stars that came next was CJ McCollum. McCollum signed a 5-year deal in 2017 and has since gotten some of the nicest looking sneakers Li Ning has ever released. The reason for McCollum signing with Li Ning is similar to Wade's story. He wanted a brand where he can have more freedom and control over his own branding. In my collection, I have one pair of Li Ning Sonic 7th that was designed specifically for McCollum. And I will show you guys these pair of sneakers. This pair of sneakers is mostly black and like a copper colorway, right? And if you can take a look, there are a lot of roses on the toe right here, right? It symbolizes the city that CJ McCollum played most of his career with, right? The Portland Trail Blazers. Portland is known as the city of roses, so that's why there's many, many rose designs here. And if you take a look on this side, right? Also, his CJ logo and another rose here. Very unique looking shoe. And this shoe is super light, so wearing them to play, play basketball can be pretty comfortable, right? And having it on foot actually is a really nice fit for your feet. And as I mentioned, CJ McCollum, right, played most of his career with the Portland Trail Blazers, and recently he was traded to the Pelicans, New Orleans Pelicans. And I am very interested to see what colorways he will have with his sneakers. Another pair of CJ McCollum sneakers from Li Ning I really want to show you guys are these pairs of sneakers. This one again is a copper colorway, right, with many roses on the toe cap. But this one is different than the one I have in my collection. This one is more bright and shinier, right? And it looks more flashy on the court when he was playing in it. So it's very unique. I really like this pair of shoes. If I can get it, I will definitely have it in my collection. And since CJ McCollum, Jimmy Butler, D'Angelo Russell, and Fred VanVleet were all the All-Stars that has followed in his footsteps, each with their own unique shoe, which I will put pictures up right here so you guys can see what their shoes look like. So Li Ning, being a Chinese company, has incorporated a lot of Chinese culture into his fashion and sneaker designs. The next 3 pair of sneakers I will show you guys all have the Chinese theme design attached to it. The first pair is these Li Ning Counterflow Star Glazed, released in 2019. This sneaker was designed based off a special pottery design from the Southern Song Dynasty in Chinese history. And I'll put a picture of the pottery I am talking about here so you can compare it to the sneaker. Right, the colors of the pottery and the sneaker, right, looks like the stars in the night. And the sneaker color are pretty much the same with the same design and colors as the pottery. It also has a big circular lace cover, right? You can see right here. It looks like a jade charm with the same colors and design as the pottery I was talking about. This shoe is also designed similar to the foam posits. Everybody knows those foam posits I'm talking about, right? The ones that was made for Penny Hardaway, right? It's made with the same kind of material and with the little edges on the shoe, right? Really does have a similar design. Now the second pair I will show you is a pair from the Li Ning Blockade series released in 2017. This pair also features a Chinese historic design with the golden, yellow, and blue colors. Yeah, these colors were used by Chinese emperors in historic times. And on this shoe, right, to represent the emperor, there is a design of a dragon, right, very shiny dragon on the front, on the toe cap. And You can see on the back there is that Li Ning logo, and there is some other dragon designs as well. It's very cool looking, right? See that big Li Ning logo on the back here. Now the third pair of shoes I'm going to show you guys are these Li Ning Air Raid 6 Year of the Rat, released in 2020. This was released for Chinese New Year's in 2020, which was the Year of the Rat. That's why the colorway is called the Year of the Rat. It's got some traditional red and yellow colors, right? You can see the red and yellow colors, right? These colors are used during Chinese New Year's to represent luck and prosperity. And because of the Year of the Rat, it's got some Mickey Mouse designs on the toe cap of the shoe, right? It's very interesting. And the design on the back, also very cool looking, right? And the shoe itself is very comfortable to play basketball in. It's very light, and it's got a very good ankle support since it's very, very high top. And on the front, you can see the 4 Chinese characters, right? It says 恭喜发财, right? That's what people say during Chinese New Year's to wish for others to get rich. Now, the final pair of shoes I have in my Li Ning collection, right, are these very unique sneakers. This pair really stands out amongst most other shoes. You can see the really colorful designs on the shoe. They are the Li Ning Rebirth 2 Rainbow, released back in 2016. As you can see, it's super colorful. It's got all the colors of the rainbow, right? Purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, red, right? And it's actually very light on the in hand, so to play in these shoes are pretty comfortable. And you can see at the bottom too, very interesting design. Alright, so today we talked about everything Li Ning, right? From his history to some of the sneakers I have, to some of the NBA players that are signed with Li Ning and their signature sneakers. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video and learned something new about this company. And if you do like content like this, please click that subscribe button and that like button if you like this video. It will help me with my videos as well. Thank you very much for sticking around and watching my video. Until next time, peace.